Hello and welcome in, everyone. This we're going to be covering the surf and turf in McCurry Islands. This actual race wasn't that exciting. You can see from our blistering pace off the line, this very well could be the most chill start to any race that I have done. We basically are just in zone, or I am just in zone 2 for a long time. So I want to give a visual representation. I was very happy that I found a video on my hard drive. Didn't realize I had it, but it's just like basically a year and 2 weeks old. So 54 weeks ago, October 13th. This is before my knee replacement. So I found a video of it. And it's an excellent representation what race score is actually good. Race score is doing its purpose, because I was a Cat B and I was up to the upper limit for sure. And the running joke in my stream was Chief Sandbagger, because no matter what I did in racing, and obviously because Zwift keeps track of all your rides, it's not just Zwift power based, racing based, sit in the draft and go. So all the training was taking into the the Cat B, Cat A thing, calculations. Well, I was right at the top of it, and it was very. I kind of made a joke out of it, because I'm definitely on the flat races that you're going to see here, very capable, but I couldn't get over that 4.2 limit to make me an A, which that's within the rules, and I certainly wasn't the only one. But this, like me, I'm out of your B race now, out of your category 2 race, your race score ending in 690. Well, I think it's 525, 690. I'm not in there anymore. Here we go. This is the race. It's Volcano flat 50K. Kind of a long race for Zwift standards nowadays, because I haven't seen too many of long ones, mostly short. So here we go. Mass start. So A's, B's, C's, they go there. I'm going to check on this. Yep, still zone 2. And all right, so we start out. There's 72 people here, and there's a good chunk of A's. You'll see as the race goes, like all these attacks, everything that's happening, I'm right here. And as you'll be seeing through these clips, that more and more B's are just disappearing. And this situation where I can hang with the A's on a flat race, this is gone. If I'm able to race well on these flatter courses and hang with the A's, it doesn't make me an A racer. It just makes me be able to use the race tactics, use the course knowledge. And you can see, there's names. Oh, we're back to McCurry. All right, we're testing things out. We got a little bit of a gap. Horsley, I recognize him from Sunday Race Club. I think he's in Cat 4. I remember seeing a name. But we're going, and I have no idea what Olsen, his power is, but as you can see, he storms back relatively easy. And I'm like, all right, we've got a long way to go. I can't hold that the entire race. So now we're just letting it come back together, and we're basically back to zone 2 for a while. So with these race score events, it's your result. If you finish well, you move up. Here, I'm just doing my thing. Like you can see, at this point, I'm the only B left. I think there's 22, 23 A's here in me. So just, looking at my power doesn't say I should be here. My power at this time had not been to where I should be an A cat rider. I've been close, but I haven't crossed that threshold. So this is why the old category system was kind of broken, because guys like me who would be able to sit and hang out with the A's for 50 kilometers are out of your races in these lower categories. So this is why I'm a fan of it. And this is the overall goal I believe Zwift is trying to make, to make guys who race well like me move up. I would be in a higher category. And just by the timing I've been able to ride, there hasn't been too many, I'm going to say, very well populated races I've been in, because it's either early morning, 4 or 5 a.m. Eastern time, or 8, 9 Eastern time, 8, 9 p.m. Eastern time. And it literally very few people. So here we go. We're coming to the sprint finish, and I didn't even know in this blob where I finished probably top 10, maybe. I don't know. First, okay. Now I did average 4.0, and my 5-minute was 4.5. So there was some effort put out for sure. But I stuck with the front group. I did what I had to do. Now let's look at the results. If you guys can see, that's 8 minutes. I finished 8 minutes in front of the other B, the next Bs. So that ability for me to race well and sit with the A's and do well, I'm going to be moved up for that, and rightfully so. I can, on certain races, ride with the A's. I can be in that bubble. So yeah, I should be in this higher category. I shouldn't be hanging out in the B cat, because just like that, I can, in a mass start race, or even if there was a couple other Bs that were just a little bit stronger in my situation, we could go off the front and you never see us again. We put 8 minutes on you. Maybe not 8 minutes with a couple Bs, because those A's are all strong. Like, if you pause that video and look at it, I mean, there were some serious names. There's high-end erasers there. But that is the benefit to race score. People are going to move up, and obviously there's going to be people that might not want to and just finish dead last in races. That's fine. The second you open their Zwift Power, you're going to see 4, 5, 6 last place finishes, and then they're going to move down to a different category. 3, 4, 5 podiums, boom, they're moved back up. So it's going to be kind of obvious to see. But the other part of it is, once people start actually understanding, I think the big misconception is understanding what race score is. I'm a big fan of it because it sorts you on results, not power. Because I have a friend, he's very similar watts per kilogram to me, but he's 30, 40 watts less. All he's ever done is literally, he turns on a workout, rides around Zwift, maybe watches a movie. Very, very little racing. Well, he averaged 4.1 watts per kilogram in a race the other day, and was just like, oh dude, man, I got to the hill and they killed me. I said, I did all this work. Yes, you did all kinds of work, but you didn't race very well. If you were going for a workout, perfect. But if you want to race and win, you have to approach it different. All right, now here we go. This is the final thing, and Olsen kind of shows his true colors. I didn't know this at the time, but he is a black dot rider, someone who has a over 5 watt per kilogram FTP, and I'm not that guy. So unknowing to me, I'm kind of like, oh, I'll see what it's got. And we're going. I'm feeling all right. And then here in a second, Olsen's like, peace, brother, and just rides away from me. So I continue the effort, keep on going. But I think that's part of the issue, is people doing work in races and then just getting crushed because they're going hard at the wrong moments. So that race education, people getting more and not just getting in there and racing, it's paying attention to how the race is flowing. Because like at Sunday Race Club, I may average 3.8 watts per kilogram in Cat 4, and I won the race. And people behind me averaged 3.8 watts per kilogram. 100 different reasons may have happened. But basically, at the critical moments of the race, I'd had just a touch more of power. I got over the top of the climb, and I basically held the same power as them. It's just I had a few seconds gap. And then the way my whoosh physics worked, I was off the front. Doesn't mean that they weren't racing. It's just different ways of applying the power in the race. My friend, 4.1 watts per kilogram. Well, I think it was on this exact course because he said he was in McCurry and there was a 5-minute climb at the end. So I'm guessing it was turf and surf like this. But see, there we go. Olsen crushing it. And Horsley ended up finishing, but there was only 3 of us. And there might have been a 4th, but I don't think he was on the Zwift Power. But at the end of the day, you know, because of the race results, I've moved up. I'm where I should be. I'm racing against people that, yes, it's going to be difficult for me. I'm not going to be on the podium every race, but overall, I'm with better competition and more competition that's similar to me. Yeah, there's going to be guys that blow me out of the water like Olsen did today, but that happens. That's why I'm in fan, because I am no longer just sitting in B category, able to hang with the A's on flat races. Now, as soon as it's like the hilly KOM. If he hit a hilly KOM race, boom, I'm out the door immediately because those guys rocket up that thing at 6-7 watts per kilogram, and that's way beyond me. But and I think that's the other thing, picking courses that suit you, not just hopping in any race and let's say it does go up the hilly KOM and you can't do that big VO2, maybe finding a flatter race. So the race selection is part of it too, a part of the puzzle to race score to point. If you do want to be competitive and maybe you don't feel you're to top end, try a flatter race or a race that does suit you. So that's my take. That I wanted, because I think a lot of people don't quite understand race score still. And I will say Zwift, I don't think Zwift did a great job of educating people, and there was some secrecy to it. So I do think that Zwift may have done a better job, but regardless. So this is a visual representation of why race score is good. I'm in a top group where I should be now, instead of being stuck in the lower, the B category, which power-wise, I fit there. But I was never going to leave just because I was always just physically limited. And now I'm where I should be against competition. So that's my point of view. I'd love to hear what you guys think. You guys take it easy. Thank you very much.